Welcome back to another episode of Daily Fortnite, your daily podcast about Fortnite. I'm your host, Mikey, aka Mike Daddy, aka Magnificent Mikey, and we are going to react to day 1 of Chapter 7, Season 3, give you the details, and I'll give you my rating of this season so far. All right, so let's just, there's like I said, there would be a point where we were going to get into more details, and that's what we're doing here today. So let's just jump straight into that. Boom, boom, here we go. All right. The version 41.00 update notes: grab a sprite, get out alive. Fortnite Runners is here. Yeah, like I said, we went over the very brief overview that they gave, but this is the more detailed version. And then anything that they don't mention in here that I am aware of, I will mention. And then if there's anything that you guys are aware of, because it's only been one day and I haven't seen everything. So if there's anything that I missed that you guys want to shout out, leave it in the comments, and I'll mention those things in the next episode. All right. All right, the 0 point cracked the sky wide open, scrambling and reassembling the island into the shattered coast, a fresh map dropping mid-chapter with twisted takes on familiar POIs, a totally fresh pool of firearms, and a whole new way to win. This season, it's all about getting in, grabbing power, packing sprites, and doing whatever it takes to extract them for the next match. Welcome to Fortnite Runners. All right, the new island. On the new island, you'll wade through the crystalline shallows of sunken shores, fight your way up to the shattered coast, and feel the 0 points pool at the center of it all. Sprites, extract it or lose it. In this new reality, sprites are diverse and coveted helpers, with each granting a special sprite power ability when equipped. Find a sprite in a match, get an extraction site, and defend your pick up while the timer runs, and you'll bank it to your collection for use in future matches. Get eliminated before you bank your sprite, and it'll be left on the battlefield for the next player to steal. Be quick to grab these if you find them. Okay, so here are the sprites that we have so far. All right, the Earth sprite, and you get to start out with one of these three when you first, if you haven't booted into the game yet. The first time you boot in, you get to choose one of these to start out with for free: the Earth sprite, the Fire sprite, or the Water sprite. All right, so the Earth sprite, you have a chance to find additional rare items when opening chests. That is the one I personally chose. I think it's a good choice. Again, like they said, it's just increasing your chances to find rare items when you're opening loot, or when you're opening chests and getting that loot out. And for me, the higher rarity for things I can get, the better, because that's what I want when I'm fighting enemies, right? So that's what I chose. I'd love to hear what you guys chose first, because Fire Sprite creates a fiery burst when you deal enough damage to an enemy. Now this one, now all of these sprites, they go up to level 5. The more you level them up, the stronger their power becomes. So like the Earth sprite, when you level it up, it increases your chances every level, of finding rare items. For the Fire sprite, every time you level up your Fire sprite, the amount of damage that you need to do to deal the fire burst damage reduces. So it becomes faster and faster to do. Now be careful, because the Fire sprite, when it shoots the fire, when you have that equipped and then it does the fire damage to the person, it just sets an area aflame, right? So that person can be damaged by the fire, but you can also be damaged by that fire that is on the ground. So if you're up in an up close and personal fight, and you're doing this, and the fire sets the area, if you're super low HP, like you get down to like 5 HP, 1 HP type of thing, that your own fire is going to eliminate you. All right, and then the Water sprite. Replenish shield while in water for you and your nearby squad. And this is cool. Again, there is a lot of water on the map this season, so if you find yourself this season like you feel like you're just struggling uh getting shield or healing items for some reason, which I don't think you will because there seems to be a ton of it around this season so far. But if you feel like, hey, I'm just getting damaged all the time, players are uh, on top of me all the time, you're not used to the way the new storm movement is yet, and you're taking a ton of damage doing that, maybe the water sprite is for you to help you replenish your health and shield. All right, those are the rare sprites. Now there's epic sprites. There's the duck sprite. Emoting or jamming replenishes shields. Pretty nice, right? The ghost sprite grants cloak for a duration upon reloading. Okay, so I've picked up this one as well. And yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to turn invisible, at some point during a match, and know that you're safe, that nobody's, it's going to be hard for somebody to see you or find you. There's the demon sprite. Siphon some health and shields when you eliminate an opponent. Now, this is cool. Siphon has always been a big deal. Now, when you get this one to max, the max that you're going to siphon is 25, which is half of what the maximum used to be when Siphon was first introduced. But that's still like, oh my gosh, that to me, that's a big deal. Having Siphon really gives you a big advantage if you are somebody who tends to get in. You like pretend you're somebody who likes to push. You're a W key player, right? And you get in a lot of battles, and you're willing to take that damage. Well, if you gain some of that health back from eliminating your opponent, that's just less of the healing items that you have to use yourself. So, pretty cool sprite to have there. There's the king sprite. Your pickaxe deals more damage. Now, again, this one, when you get this one to max level, you're breaking wood walls in one shot. You're breaking metal walls in a couple shots. And fresh builds, when somebody tries to like first place something down, you're breaking all those in one shot. So that is going to be a very powerful sprite as well, because again, in a game where building is so overpowered, when you have an item like this that can break those things down that quickly, that is going to just catch so many people by surprise. They're not going to be ready for it. So if you're somebody who can pickaxe and switch to an item and shoot it off quickly, just imagine somebody's boxed up. They got a wood box up. They're thinking, okay, I'm just going to spam this wood wall. It's going to take them a couple of shots to break it down anyways. So you go up to it, boom, you break that wood wall. With one swing, you switch to your shotgun real quick. You get the shot off right on the head, and boom, they're gone. Be a pretty fun moment for you. Probably not for them. And if it happens for you, it probably happens to you. It probably won't be very fun for you in that moment, but pretty cool. Legendary sprites. You got the Dream Sprite. Grants a random item at each level, exploding with legendary loot at max level. So again, if you catch a Dream Sprite, you're starting out at level 1, you're gonna level it up throughout the match, and you're just getting better and better loot each time you level up. Hey, that's gonna guarantee you some good loot by the end of the match. There's the Punk Sprite. Possibly nothing or infinitely something. They don't say here. They want to try to be, tricky or whatever. But what you get infinite of is ammo. So if it triggers, again, none of these things are like 100%. Well, I guess some of them are, like the King Sprite. When you level it up, you just do that much damage. But things like the Earth Sprite, things like here with the Punk Sprite, it's giving you a chance. So there's a chance that when you level it up, you are going to get infinite ammo. All right. And then there's a mythic sprite, the 0 point sprite. Spawn a shield bubble junior when you use a healing item on yourself. There you go. All right. So, more details about this successful extraction also earn you Sprite Dust, the currency that powers your collection in future matches. Spend Sprite Dust at the start of any match to summon a sprite you've already extracted, equipping its sprite power before you drop from the bus. The rarer the sprite, the more dust it costs to summon. Sprite Dust can also be spent to upgrade your sprite's powers and loot. All right, so I've done this already myself as well. So if you, because you can lose your sprite, right? If you have a sprite equipped, you get eliminated during the match, that sprite goes away. And you can go back to your collection in the lobby. You can do it from the next start screen, but you can spend that Sprite Dust to respawn that sprite. It's going to respawn back at level 1, but you at least still get to keep that sprite type. It doesn't just like that sprite type doesn't disappear from your collection. But again, you can also use that dust to level it back up quickly as well. There are 3 key ways in which sprites level up: exploration, finding and opening chests; eliminations, downing and eliminating opponents; and by extraction, extracting sprites. Getting a sprite to max level is no easy feat, so we recommend attempting it across multiple runs. And if you extract a max level sprite, you will master it. It is this mastery that will unlock progression rewards as you play through this season. So there's going to be progression for these throughout the season as well. Right now, you're getting them level 5, and then we'll see how this progresses throughout the season, which is, to me, going to keep this season fun and fresh throughout the season. Again, like they said, and like I said, you could lose a sprite in the middle of a match. So, you know, if you're not feeling confident you're going to win a match and you have like a level 4 sprite or a level 5 sprite, and you're like, man, I'm low health. I'm low on mats. I'm low on healing items. You know, get yourself to an extraction site and try to extract that sprite before the end of the match, before you get eliminated. That way it's safe in your collection for the next match, and you don't have to start it over. Keep your eyes peeled for rare special variants of sprites with a small bonus effect available throughout the season, from daily drops to power hours and more. Looking to show off your favorite sprite? Starting next update, when you level up and master a sprite, it can be put in your sprite pod, including the special variants. As more are added each update, you can master and display them in your sprite pod back bling in the following update, and the style is forever unlocked. So that's cool as well. Again, just a cool little collection display that you get to unlock and have something to show off forever. I mean, that's cool. Okay, new extraction gizmos. Okay, there's no wrong way to extract a sprite. New gizmo consumable items will be available all season that give you quick ways to shortcut and supercharge your sprite extractions. Play it safe or create a high-risk, high-reward hotspot. These new gizmos, like the golden fireworks that debuted on Community Day, will start in your pickaxe slot when you jump from the bus. Your gizmo inventory will persist all season long, but will expire when the season ends, so be sure to use them. There's a portable extractor. Extract your equipped sprite from anywhere on the island. Perfect for that rare sprite that you've been searching for. I know that Blaine has already gotten one of these. I didn't see him use it yet, but again, to have something on you like that you can use at some point to extract. Again, maybe you get a really rare sprite and you leveled it up and you want to make sure that it goes back to your inventory before the end of the match so you don't lose it, then you're going to want to have that. There's a lucky locator coming later this season. Tracks down a buried chest that guaranteed to have a sprite you haven't collected. That will be nice. The extraction site booster coming later this season. You will call in a special extraction crate that will boost any sprite extracted at the site. This will get other players' attention. So again, say you find a rare sprite and you're thinking, oh gosh, I gotta get this one out. I don't have this sprite type in my collection yet. I want to get this one out right away, so I make sure it gets back to my collection. And when I do this, it's also gonna level it up. You know, that's gonna be a really cool feature. But again, it's gonna let off. It's gonna take time. It's going to create a lot of noise and a lot of visual things that are going to attract other players to it as well, just like the normal extraction sites do right now. But again, could be cool and an easier way to help you level up some of your sprites even faster. Gizmos can't be traded and dropped when eliminated, so no risk of losing one. You can earn more gizmos by completing bonus goal quests, trading in sprite dust, and completing your sprite mastery progression. So I didn't see them mention it here, but a lot of times now this season, you go open chests, and then like these little, you'll get all your normal loot that comes out of it, but then sometimes there will also be like an item that you can interact with, and that will start you on a bonus goal. And then when you complete that bonus goal, you're earning XP, you're earning rewards, and things like that. So that's what they're talking about there. Locked, loaded, and sliding for new weapons drop with version 41.00, with more to come later in the season. So there's the extending focus shotgun, long range, barrel lengthens as spread tightens across a 3-round volley. This one, I'm gonna say, it's not great. It's not the shotgun I'm going to be carrying around if I don't have to. Surgical burst rifle, burst fire, low recoil, minimum damage fall off. Okay, it's all right. Let's get to this next one. The Chaos Exploder Rifle, the Dark Voyager's heavy AR, firing explosive cubes, especially nasty when playing around cover. Yes, it is, because this has splash damage. And this thing is going to be a problem. It was a problem. I believe it has already been nerfed a little bit. We'll look at that in a moment when we get some day one hot fixes that they put out. But yeah, it's already way overpowered. If you're going to be carrying any AR this season, you need to carry the Chaos Exploder Rifle, because it is just that powerful. Like you hit with it, it's damaging them. There's explosive damage. If they're just behind cover, especially, I know there's a lot of you that play pretty much just zero build now. If you're shooting at people and they're hiding behind something, too bad for them, because you're going to be hitting them with this exploder rifle that has a little bit of splash damage to it. It is just insane how strong this thing is right now, and I'm sure they're going to figure it out to try to balance it. But my goodness, what an insane weapon right now. There is the Lance Head Pistol, John Wick sidearm, 21-round mag. Throw your magazine at nearby enemies when reloading for additional damage. Later in this season, look out for the bank shot pistol that bounces shots off surfaces to hit your target with a ricochet trick shot. Okay, so I want to mention about the Lance Head Pistol with the John Wick one here. This is a mythical pistol that you can get. There are a chance that a John Wick's dog can spawn onto the island, and then there'll be like some henchmen around them. You can defeat the henchmen, and then you can release John Wick's dog. John Wick's dog then becomes your sidekick, and you get to have that in your inventory just for completing that little side quest there. But then, yeah, this weapon, it's also unique because not only can you throw your magazine, but you can also shoot while running with this one. So it's, it's unique in quite a few ways, and it does a ton of damage. So I'm thinking of somebody like back in the day when I would play with Echo Bucket, man, that guy just loved pistols in general, right? So I can imagine this thing in his hands, like he would just absolutely love it, right? So yeah, that's gonna be cool. Okay, joining them are two new movement items: 7 sliders and shock rocks. Slide faster than your legs can carry you with 7 sliders. ADS with your equipped weapon mid-slide to slow time for a clean shot, and let jets relaunch you skyward. Shock rocks arrive later this season. Crush one to perform 3 midair leaps. So a triple jump, we've seen that in the trailer. That'll be cool when it does come. Right now we do have the 7 sliders, which are really powerful. Couple of things I want to tell you about those. Okay, so again, like you start sliding, and then you can boost with them so that you're sliding. If you have just any regular version of these, they do overheat, and then I believe they do break down over time. I might be wrong on that part, but I know for sure they overheat, and then you have to wait for a cooldown period before you can do the next slide. The thing with that, though, is that you can be sliding over water, and it, instead of swimming over the water, when you start sliding over it, you're riding over the water like a jet ski, and the water keeps your 7 slider boots cool while you're doing that. So you can go a long ways while doing that. Then you've probably seen this because yesterday I was watching a lot of content creators. Like I said, I normally don't watch a lot, but yesterday I was watching a lot of streamers while I was working, just so I could see more about the new season when I would come in to record this episode. And you've probably already seen this because like every content creator was making a video about this, and I posted a video on YouTube where I was playing with my kids, and we even did this. In the match we were playing, we just happened to do it randomly. But if you go to, oh my gosh, what's the name of that place now? Now I'm having a brain fart. If you go to, is it Shaken Sanctuary? Now I'm forgetting. Or is it Sinister Strip? I think it's Sinister Strip. Yeah, on the west side, there is a prison. When you go into the prison, you can go down into the basement. You can go through these tunnels and go through these like vents, and you will eventually. What you need to do, you need to follow. Like there's like a cable on the ground that you can follow through the tunnels, and then there's a north one and there's a south one that switch that you can turn off. And then there is a prison cell in there that you can then open once you have those turned off. If you try to enter it before that, it's got like electricity on it and it'll do damage to you. But then once you have it open, you have those turned off, you can go open it, you can get in. There's rare chests in there and a ton of good loot. And that's one of the best places to get the mythical version. Again, it's not 100% that you're going to get it, but there's a chance, a more likely chance, that you will get the mythical version of the 7 sliders, which just have infinite sliding power. They don't overheat and they don't run out of fuel or anything. You can just go and go and go and go and go and go and go forever. The other thing when you're using these, you should know, is that you can build up because you're moving really fast. You can, like they said, you can shoot while you're using these, but you can also build while you're using these. So if you're building ramps, you can gain height over somebody really quick. So it's going to be really useful for that. And then if you're boosting and you go over the edge of something, you don't take any fall damage. So you don't have to worry like, oh, I was boosting and I was building this really tall ramp and then somebody shot me down and eliminated me. Or, we don't even have fall damage to elimination anymore. Or, they took all my health down. You don't have to worry about that because you don't take fall damage when you're using the 7 sliders. So a couple of tips about that. When using them, and then how to get like the strongest one. So boom, there you go. Let's see here. Later this season, bus exfil. Later this season, matches may end differently. There will be a small percentage chance that in some matches, the battle bus will rift back into the map, and you'll have a window to board it. Climb on, grapple up, get at least one teammate to the rift out point, and your team secures the victory. Multiple teams can win this way per match. So, from what I understand, this is how this is going to work. The bus rifts back in, you get to it, you get to the rift out point on the bus, boom, it automatically counts as you won. You escaped successfully, you survived. And then that's good for you and your teammates, again, especially if you have sprites that you want to get out, right? Multiple teams will be able to use it, and then the people who are still left on the island, they will still have to play out the rest of the match, and whoever's the lone survivor at the end of the match will still be, the Victory Royale winner of playing out the match as well. All right, new ranked season and rewards. Ranks have been reset, and new ranked rewards are waiting to be unlocked in Battle Royale. Oops. Gold, cubes, Crash back bling. Platinum, you'll get the Voyager suit wrap. Elite, you'll get Hatchets of Chaos pickaxe, and Unreal, you get the Axe of Unreal pickaxe. This season introduces the new Unreal Legends, the rank for true masters of Fortnite who reach Unreal, hold at least 2,500 plus skill rating, and place in the top 500 on the Unreal leaderboard at the same time. You can read about the rest of our competitive and ranked changes this season here. We've gone over that. But there you go. That's the rewards you're going to get for each rank that you gain. And then they have a list of quality of life improvements here and bug fixes. I don't think I'll go over all those because we're already running along on this episode. But that's the big details of this season. All right, so I mentioned John Wick's dog. I mentioned the prison cell that you can open. There is the boss wolf that you can fight. If you're going to get into that fight with the wolf boss, they are super overpowered, a ton of shield, a ton of health. So make sure you have a ton of ammo when you go into that fight. And to be honest with you, if I remember right, I think it's like a mythic version of the shotgun that you get, which to me, again, is not really worth it. So you have to decide if you just happen to like that weapon enough, if that's worth it to you. What else? I did this in a match as well. So if you go to, oh gosh, what's the name of that location now? See, I can't remember all the new locations now. Shaken Sanctuary. Okay. As I said, if you don't see the body in a movie or a show or a game, you can't assume that person or that character is actually dead. If you go to Shaken Sanctuary, Jonesy is in like a recovery tube. They have them all hooked up. People have compared it to Luke Skywalker, or people have compared it to Goku from Dragon Ball Z when they're going into their recovery chamber. So he's hooked up like that. You can go to that, and there's a little panel you can interact with and wish Jonesy a speedy recovery, and that gives you 25,000 bonus XP for completing a hidden quest. So go do that at Shanken Sanctuary. Okay. I don't know. There might be other things I'm forgetting about. Again, if I am, and it's something specific that you want mentioned or think other people should know about, leave it in the comments, and I'll make sure it gets mentioned in the next episode. Yeah. There you go. There's the details for that. Boom. There we go. I'm going to look at quests, okay? You got our weeklies. Land at Battle Woods, Calamari Canyon, and Heatwave Harbor to tap into the unstable reality. Damage opponents with style while using 7 sliders, 150 in total. Travel distance while boosting in a vehicle, 500 in total. And there's got to be some more that I am just. Let's see here. Yeah, there's got to be more. I just. I just completed some of them already. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to find it quickly, but we got our week 1 kickstart quest, so make sure you're doing those so that you can level up quickly to start the season here. Get yourself off to a good start. As I said here, battle pass quest as well. Rescue or pet John Wick's dog. I guess if you're doing a team mode, one of your teammates could rescue him. Then you just got to pet him, and that will get John Wick's dog into your inventory as a sidekick. So that's cool. Assemble the guardians, and these ones are just collecting the different sprites. And that's going to search cases to find the missing arms, missing helmet, missing torso. So there's these different cases around the map. They even kind of like highlight. Oops. Come on, bring the map. There it goes. They kind of highlight the areas for you of where they are in the map where you can find them. And it'll help you unlock the selectable, editable versions for your guardian sprite out. Okay. Let's see here. There's a sprite extraction. Enter a match with a sprite equipped. Do that 5 times. Do your dailies every day. And again, we just talked about the new ranked rewards for the season as well. So be playing some ranks to get those ranked rewards. All right, there you go. That's your update for quests to start yourself off this season. Competitive wise, again, we got the start of some like mobile test cups here on Sunday and Monday. We got FNCS Division 1, the new season starting this week. And then we're getting solo, duo cups, more mobile test cups. So just be prepared for those this week, okay? All right, that's your competitive look. And now I am going to give you my item of the day, and then we will talk about my rating of this season. So remember, you can get any and all of the items out of the item shop using code Mikey, MMMIKIE, in the item shop, and some of the proceeds will go to help support the show. Okay, this is super easy choice for me. I don't even need to like scroll through the entire item shop. And I'm just lucky that I happen to own one of these already, thanks to Sadist Bob for gifting it to me. Yeah, let's take a look at what I'm talking about, and that is the Masters of the Universe bundle. All right, you get He-Man himself. You get a Cell style or Gradient style. There is the He-Man's weaponry. Also, again, you can get the Power Sword or the Power Axe, Cell style or Gradient style. The Power Scabbard backbling. So you can do the sword or axe. Again, Cell or Gradient. Pretty awesome with that. And then the part that Sadist Bob gifted me, Skeletor, again, Cell or Gradient. You got the Skeletor's weaponry. either the Havoc Staff or the Power Sword, Cell or Gradient. You got the Skeletor's Cape as a Cell or Gradient back bling. You get the She-Ra outfit as Cell or Gradient. You get the Sword of Protection pickaxe, Cell or Gradient. The She-Ra's Cape with the Cell or Gradient style. The Laugh of Power emote. You get the Seat of Defeat emote. You got the Gray Skull kit for drums. And I guess, yeah. Okay, yeah, that is everything there. So you can in that bundle. So that's your item of the day. You get all of that. Let me see how much this costs if you don't own any of it. It is 3,600 V-Bucks, which is 3,200 off the total. But if you're the age of people like me and Sadus Bob or older, you probably are going to absolutely love these. And just how cool is it that Sadus Bob gifted me a Skeletor? That just looks so good, dude. I have it equipped right now. Looks awesome. So there you go. That's your item of the day. Now, I want to, before I get into comments, I want to talk about my personal rating of this season. I think this season is absolutely fantastic. It is so much fun. Extracting the sprites is a fun new mechanic that just gives you something new and fun to do in the middle of a match, other than just eliminating people, other than just farming for material and ammo. It gives you something fun and exciting to do. And also causes me even more stress than I already have during a battle royale match, but it does add to the enjoyment or sometimes pain if you lose one before you can get extracted. But it adds so much. I really enjoy that. So that's a big positive to me. The map, I haven't even explored the full entire map yet, but the new map, that is a big positive to me. It looks cool. It looks good. It's open. It's smaller. It's fast paced when the storm is moving around. So that's all positive to me. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I think, you know, obviously the mobility in this season with those mobility items, the 7 sliders, having you know, a ton of water to swim around in the map, having vehicles, having the 0 point that you can rift out of in the center of the map. Yeah, the mobility, like I said, is peak this season. That makes it really nice. Oh, and when you drop out of the battle bus, you can enter free fall to get down to the ground faster. Again, you know, if you don't time it right, you can hit the ground and take a ton of fall damage. Or, you know, if you got it down, if you're paying attention to what you're doing, you can enter free fall. Then you can hit your glider, redeploy again, and that helps you get down to the ground even faster. For me, I'm kind of neutral on that one because I do like being able to get down faster and get weapons faster, but I also feel like I have practiced my drops throughout the entire time I've been playing Fortnite. This was like, you know, if you go back to the beginning of this show, if you listen to those early episodes, you're eventually going to find one that I'm giving you tips on how to jump out of the bus and angles to take so that you can get down to the ground faster. So I do like it because I get down even faster and get my weapons even faster. But that means so does everybody else. People who even, you know, jumped and timed things poorly, they can still get down just as fast or even faster than you. So it kind of is like a, you know, it's back and forth on whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's kind of both, I guess. The loot pool, like I said, that AR, the chaos AR, overpowered. They're gonna have to figure out how to balance that out. And as I said, let me go take a look. They did, because I forgot to mention that they did release some hot fixes. So let's call those out and then give the feeling on it, like still to this point. So this is the hot fixes that they came out with already. The Chaos Explorer rifle now deals slightly less damage and has a smaller magazine size. Still not enough to balance it out to me. The overdrive grenades now drop more frequently. Not a big deal. The Striker pump shotgun now equips faster. That's good because it's a good shotgun. And I feel like that's one of the other negatives about this season is that the shotgun loot pool is not great. The shotguns just this season are not great. The Lancehead pistol now deals more damage, performs better at range, has improved handling, and drops more frequently. Extending focus shotgun, triple barrel, now reloads faster. But again, that thing is just it's not going to be a viable weapon to me, which again, it just kind of dilutes the shotgun pool. So when you have a ton of shotguns that aren't great, I don't think that's a great thing. And then the vault keys are now significantly less common, more of a bug fix than a balance adjustment. So that's the other thing I should mention is that there are like vault keys throughout the island that you can get these keys, and then when you get them, it'll mark a location for you that it's a key for there's different vault locations you can go to, and when you get to them, you'll be able to get a rare chest by opening them with those keys. But again, some great things this season, but even with these balance fixes to that Chaos Explorer rifle, what they've done to the shotguns doesn't really matter to me because they're not great shotguns to begin with, and they, it doesn't really improve them very much or whatnot. So I can't give it like a perfect season. If I'm going to rate this season, I'm going to give it, as of right now, it could change throughout the season, right? That's the great thing about Fortnite. Just balanced adjustments, updates, and all kinds of things that can change at any time to change things. And so what I would say is I would give the season so far a 8.5. There's just so much fun stuff to do. The map is great. I just think the only thing that kind of holds it back for me right now is the loot pool. And the problem is you have an overpowered AR that everybody's going to carry, because if you're using if you have the option to have the Chaos Reloader AR and another one, of course you're going to have the Chaos Reloader AR. It's so overpowered. Why would anybody be carrying any other AR? If you, again, take into account that we have so many shotguns and none of them are great shotguns really, then it's not a good loot pool for shotguns. So there's some adjustments that need to happen to the loot pool, in my opinion, to hone it in, to really make it great. And if they do that, if they can find a way to balance some of those things, if they do something to the shotguns, maybe take one or two of them out so we don't have such a variety of bad shotguns, and maybe put in a different one, maybe that will help improve it. But yeah, I think the loot pool overall just has to knock it down a little bit for me. But overall, so far, I'm having a ton of fun this season. All right, I'd love to hear in the comments your guys' thoughts on this season so far. And with that being said, I know I have some comments both on Spotify and on YouTube, so let me get to those and see if any of the people have already mentioned their thoughts on the thoughts and feelings on this episode, on this season. We'll see. All right, let's see here. Over on YouTube, Amy Cooper says, "Hey, Mikey, I know I shouldn't say sorry for this, but I feel like I have to say sorry for not being up to date." Oh, yeah, definitely. You don't need to say sorry for that. But I hope you have fun in the season, as you better have played it by the time you're reading this. I absolutely have played it. And like I said, 8.5 out of 10 so far for me. It's just so much fun things to do. Keeps you active, keeps it fun. Just I need a little improvement to the loot pool to make it even better. Salmon says, this season is so fun. I've been collecting sprites all day. I set it up till 1 a.m. for the launch, but it got delayed by an hour-ish, and I was still tired. I just went to bed, LOL. Wow, Salmon. Yeah, you were an East Coaster because, it was supposed to come out at 10 o'clock here on the West Coast, and then it didn't end up happening till a little bit after 11 at night, but, my goodness, I can't imagine having stayed up till 1 o'clock and then having it end up being delayed some more. Yeah, that had to have been rough. I hope you got sleep in. Let's see here. Ezekiel Thatcher says, why are you the only person who makes a daily Fortnite podcast? This is amazing. Watching this is always the best part of my daily routine. Hey, Ezekiel, thank you. And you know what? Good question. I don't know why I'm the only one. It's also not, takes time. It's not easy to do to keep up with that. Like, for my instance, myself, there's plenty of times where I've missed days, but we try to keep it daily as much as possible. Let's see here. Abba Game says, I got to do the live event and it was really cool. I am sad that you missed it, but at least for me, if you watch a streamer do it, the experience doesn't change much. Yeah, that's how I felt. Like I said, I didn't get into a lobby, but watching streamers play it I still felt like I had a lot of fun experiencing the event. Even though I wasn't actually interacting, it was still fun to watch. All right, that is YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for those. Let's see here. Over on Spotify. Let's see here. This is in Spanish. Que bien contenido from Daniel Cordero Castillo. Let's hit the translation here. It says, what great content. Hey. Thank you very much. De nada. Let's see here. D King 29 says, I was not expecting a whole new map. Also, if you played the Shattered event and were on Team Ice King, give this podcast a like or heart. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately for me, I was on Team Foundation for the season. Like, I didn't get to play the event, but yeah. I mean, I guess both Ice King and Foundation took a L at the end of the day anyways. Kadem says, you're awesome. Thumbs up. Hey, thank you, brother. You're awesome. And Luigi says, can you do a video that is long where you play a match or two of the new season? Because it is confusing, and a battle pass review, please. Ooh, on my YouTube, I did already post a video of me playing with my kids for this season. I know Spotify does video. I just feel like I don't want to actually post like gameplay videos to Spotify, because most people are coming to this show, they're looking for a podcast, right? So if I post it to Spotify, it's not going to be very podcast like, right? They'd have to be, to get anything out of it, if I post just like the regular videos that I post to YouTube, then they'd have to be like specifically watching the video version of Spotify. So I don't know about that. I'd love to hear comments from people, I guess, and see how they would feel if I started uploading gameplay videos to Spotify that can be watched on Spotify, since Spotify also plays the video if you're watching Spotify when you do it. And a battle pass review, though, that will be coming for sure. I'll do a separate episode. Obviously, this one's already super duper long, so I will hit a separate battle pass review episode either later tonight or the next day. All right? All right. That is the end of this episode. Make sure you go join the Daily Fortnite Discord and hang out with us. Follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Head over to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star rating and a written review for a shout out on the show. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And until next time, have fun, be safe, and don't get lost in the storm.